And I'd like to introduce the mayor and city of Providence, Jorge Alonso.
Thank you, Larry. Thank you for your leadership of this great convention center. Thank you also, Martha Sheridan, doing everything you can every day to bring more visitors to the city of Providence. And in particular, I want to take a moment to recognize and to thank Dr. Angelina Whaley and Joe Gold for being here today. I had a chance to walk through yesterday, and it truly is breathtaking. And I noticed as you go through each one of the exhibits, I just had my mouth open every single time. It's just incredible to see the human body from this perspective. So here in Providence, we are the creative capital, which means that we put arts and creativity at the center of what we do. And this is just the embodiment of so many different disciplines coming together. But I see this as a work of art as well, a work of art that is going to be breathtaking for so many residents throughout the city. So thank you for being here. It's a pleasure to host you. And as Larry mentioned, we think that this is going to bring a lot of visitors to the city of Providence over the next several months. So I'm excited to have this here right in the heart of the city. And I invite families and folks from throughout Providence, throughout the region, and throughout New England to come and visit this exhibit. It truly is something special. You're going to learn so much about the human body, but you're going to see it from a perspective that you probably never thought that you would see, but it's truly, truly special. So thank you so much to everyone for making this possible, and I look forward to welcoming our visitors to the creative capital here to Providence to see this great exhibit. Thank you all.
Thank you, Mayor. Of course, we have a great CVB here in the city of Providence. Martha Sheridan, the president, does a great job getting the word out, lets the public know, visitors, what the type of events that we do. And certainly we've given her something else to sell. So please welcome Martha Sheridan, the president of Providence, for this Visitors Bureau.
Thank you. Thank you, Larry and Mayor. It's great to be here, and what a phenomenal exhibit. I had no idea what to expect, and it's beyond. First of all, I want to congratulate Larry too on transforming this space, what was once a lobby area, into a beautiful exhibit space, and we look forward to many future exhibits here, hopefully, as well. We look at this as a benefit on so many levels. The mayor, of course, mentioned that this is a great exhibit for families from throughout the city, the state, and the region to come and visit and learn and explore. But having this exhibit in our convention center has so many more benefits to it as well. We work very hard to bring in a multitude of meeting and convention and youth athletic groups to the convention center, the Dunkin' Donuts Center, and the city in general. And we feel like this will be a great asset for us to present to those groups that are already booked between now and the time the exhibit leaves. It's a great functional space that some of our convention groups can utilize after hours for receptions and private tours. A lot of the groups that we host are actually scientific and medical in nature, so I think this will be a great fit for them. And as I said, in particular for groups such as our youth athletic groups, that I think we'll find this a real treat, particularly the way some of these exhibits are displayed, to see firsthand what their bodies might be going through as they work through their sport. So it's a fantastic exhibit. It's timed really well from our perspective. The summer is a great time to visit the city of Providence. I know a lot of people think of us as more of an off-season destination, but in fact we have so many great family activities here. And this exhibit is going to complement what we already have: the zoo, the children's museum, the riverboat tours, so many great RISD Museum family activities. We can add this to the portfolio. On Friday, we'll launch the new ferry service from Providence to Newport, or as I like to say, from Newport to Providence, where we will be able to hopefully convince the millions of visitors in Newport, our partner city by the sea, to take some time while they're in Newport to maybe explore the capital city. So this is a great way to entice them up here, combined with some of our family activities. So congratulations, it's a fantastic exhibit. We're thrilled and honored to be a part of this. Thank you.
Thank you, Martha. It's strange to think that about 8 weeks ago, maybe 9 weeks ago, I was introduced to Joe Gold. First thing that I remember was I knew Joe Gold. Joe Gold had spent all of his career promoting events. At one time, he was with Ringling Brothers Barnum and Bailey Circus, and that's how we first met. We brought him in. He explained what he had, and our first visit, surprisingly, was over to the old Journal building to see if this exhibit would first work on the first floor of their building as they get ready to renovate it. Unfortunately, the space wasn't quite ready in time, and we went around the city. And on the last day, I said, Joe, you know, we have the lobby at the convention center. Maybe it'll work. Joe, with his fortitude, came in, looked around, and says, this might work. In a matter of, I must compliment too the labor in the building, the unions, electrical, the laborers. This space was converted in about 7 weeks into what we have right here. So, please, ladies and gentlemen, Joe Gold.
Larry, thank you very much for having us here. We obviously wouldn't be able to do it without you. Mayor, thank you for being here, and Martha. We're really thrilled to be here in Providence, Rhode Island. This is the first time that Body Worlds has been here. Our company's been associated with Body Worlds since, I think, 2004, 2005, probably 35 million visitors ago. And I've had the pleasure of working with Dr. Wally and her team from Body Worlds for quite some time. And in all that time, we've built a friendship and a business relationship, and this is the first time I'm actually introducing Dr. Wally, and it's thrilling for me. Dr. Wally is the creative and conceptual designer of Dr. Von Hagen's Body Worlds exhibitions and the director of the Institute for Plastination in Heidelberg, Germany. Earlier in her career, Dr. Wally pursued medical studies in Germany and became a licensed physician. While a scientific employee at the University of Heidelberg and preparing for a career in surgery, she met anatomist Dr. Von Hagens, the inventor of plastination. Dr. Wally's professional resume includes positions in the Heidelberg University and biomedical company Biodur Products, which also managed for the Institute of Plastination. Her work, display, and presentation of the exhibitions to the public for optimal educational value is unsurpassed. And she and Dr. Von Hagens were married in 1992, and Dr. Wally has been the director for the Institute of Plastination since 1997. It's my pleasure to introduce Dr. Wally.
Thank you so much for this warm welcome. Thank you so much for hosting Body World at this short notice, and thank you so much for your great support. Body World is now touring since 1995, and it is regarded to be the most successful exhibit ever, with by far more than 40 million visitors worldwide. And you may wonder why. What makes it so special? Why are people all of a sudden so much interested in anatomy? Is this really the pure science of it? Or is it just curiosity? Or maybe even a little bit of sensationalism? Well, I suggest that you come back once visitors are inside the exhibition and see how people react, and I'm sure you will find out yourself. You will see people very deep in thought and self-reflection, because when people are standing in front of these exhibits, there's one thing they detect, and that is themselves. It's almost like a self-reflection without a mirror. You have your body with you all your life, but as a layperson you can never really see and understand what is inside you. But what it was fills exactly in this gap. And for many people it's such a profound and moving experience that they say, it's a completely different thing. I had envisioned something completely different, and never again will I take my body for granted. And to make it a little bit more obvious to you what I mean, I would want to share a story with you that happened in Japan in our very first exhibition in 1995. That was when a young woman, she might have been in her mid or end 20s, she started crying, and she said, you know, I felt useless, nothing worth all my life, and I attempted suicide 3 times. But now, as I see how wonderfully the body is made and how intricately it works, I have the feeling I have something very powerful, very wonderful inside me, and I promise I will never do that again. So this story might seem a little bit extreme to you, but nonetheless, it is very typical that people leave the exhibition saying, never again will I take my body for granted. And in fact, surveys that took place half a year after the Body Worlds was shown showed that it changes people's behavior patterns. For instance, 9% claim they stopped smoking ever since. Around 25% said they would exercise more. And around 33% said they would care for healthier food everything. And for me, being a physician by heart, this is the most rewarding part I could think of. As a physician, I had always hoped to be able to cure one patient at a time, but Body Worlds allows me to do preventive medicine, to let people understand how wonderful, but at the same time, how fragile the human body is. And by looking at these real specimens, healthy and diseased ones in direct comparison, it becomes obvious that our body is not just a divine gift or bounty of nature. It is a result of our lifestyles, and whatever we do to it, it matters. All this would not be possible without the generosity of those who are object of this exhibition, our body donors, because all specimens we have here on display are originating from a unique body donation program that is run by our Institute for Plastination in Heidelberg, and all people have signed in during lifetime and wanted to be part of it. And so they owe our utmost respect and gratitude. Now, as we heard, being here in Providence, this turned out very short-dated, and I'm absolutely pleased to be here. And being here in the city for only 2 days, I really feel that Providence is really a very vibrant city. And I also know that it has a very renowned medical community and also a highly esteemed arts community, a very respected art schools. And I'm sure, I do hope that they will embrace the opportunity to be able to see Body Worlds and feel inspired, and on many different levels, on a physical, on an emotional, and even on a philosophical way. And I would hope that they will leave the exhibition with an idea of inspiration. Thank you.